Right, this is the preparation for the jerk chicken. Now, I have to admit that I've been making jerk chicken for rather a long time, but I saw somebody do it online, Dylan, who is a DJ on the island, and I think he has a background from Jamaica, and I have copied his ingredients because it had some of mine in, but a couple of things extra that I don't normally put in. So I'm very sorry, Dylan, if you ever get to watch me, which you probably won't, but yes, I am copying you, but it's a massive compliment to you. So this is Jamaican jerk chicken, man, rice and peas, okay? So we use pieces of chicken normally with skin on, but I couldn't get it all. We've got to get here what we can. So I've scored the chicken so that the marinade will go into it, right? I've got clean washed hands. I have then put the pea side of the recipe into water. These are gungo peas. Now you can, if you can't get these, you can get ordinary kidney beans. It doesn't matter, but they have to soak overnight in water. So I thought I would show you that. Now what I'm going to do now is put together all the ingredients for the marinade and then liquidize it and leave it overnight, and I'll finish it off tomorrow when I show you the rice and peas as well. So we start with a container and we put some, in Jamaica they call them scallions, it's spring onion, but we don't get spring onions here, but we have very big onions that have tops on them. So you can actually use those.
No, those.
Use those.
Is it closer?
Those?
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got spring onions, we've got a little cup of orange juice. You can write all these down.
Or you can repeat watching.
Some oil. Now, when Dylan did it, he measured everything out. I never measure anything. This is vinegar, and the only vinegar I've got is apple cider vinegar, but I think it just needs vinegar, full stop. And soy sauce. Don't know what soy sauce has got to do with Jamaican stuff. I never used to put this in.
Adds a bit salty flavour.
Yes, I suppose so. Sugar. Now it said brown sugar. It is brown sugar, but I haven't got any. Or have you, Marco?
No.
No? Okay. This is allspice, ground allspice. I think it said a teaspoon. Well, I'm just putting some in. Cinnamon. Oh, that was too much. Never mind. This is muscada, which is nutmeg. There. Chili. Now, the main ingredients of jerk chicken are chilies and thyme. And it's usually a Scotch bonnet chilli. Now I think in the UK you can buy Scotch bonnet chilies, and I think maybe in the Asian shops here you can, which is where I got my gungo peas, here in the Asian shop. But for me, I've just got to put a spoonful of chilies out of the jar, or fresh chilies, but you won't be able to get the Scotch bonnet. It won't quite give it the authentic flavour, but it will be near enough. This is garlic and ginger. And this is the most important thing, which is fresh thyme. Everything jerk is thyme and chilli. Then we're going to have some black pepper. Quite a bit of black pepper. Some salt. Now I'm going easy on the salt because of the soy sauce. I always put lemon juice in, and I think a little bit of paprika, which wasn't in his recipe either. This then has to be liquidized. Now I don't know whether this is going to work. I might have to add a little bit more liquid,
I think
and it's going to be noisy. I do apologise. I hope I've put everything in, Marco.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, it is working.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you haven't got enough liquid in, it doesn't work. Okay, put that to the side. We come back to the chicken, pour this in, and as I told you before, my hands are just washed, so I am going to scrape that out and stir it round. This is going to be left in the fridge overnight. Can you see, Marco?
Perfectly.
Good. Now, periodically, I will go to the fridge and turn this. And I'm really looking forward to eating this tomorrow. And
Well, actually every half hour through the whole night, no? Just
Yeah.
kidding.
you have to wake up and turn it. No, not. There we go. Now, this is not my recipe. This is a test. So we will see, Dylan, whether yours is as good as mine. Okay. Just finishing off the chicken, rice and peas, Jamaican style. So we're over to the cooker here now. You remember yesterday, well, it'll be earlier on in this video, I marinated the chicken. It's actually been in the fridge for 24 hours. And now I have dipped 2 pieces to show you into some seasoned flour. It's only salt and pepper and paprika in the flour. And the chicken has been in that marinade overnight. Marco, you can go on to the marinade if you want to show it. There. Okay, can you see it absorbs most of the marinade? Right, now, while that's heating up, before I put the other piece in, these are those gunga peas that I soaked overnight. I have boiled them for half an hour, drained the water, and put a chunk of coconut in. This coconut is this one here, creamed coconut. You can put a tin in if you want. I've put about a third of that into there. And the rice is cooking. Now I'm just going to dispel a little bit of a myth about cooking rice. Whenever people seem to think that you've got to put the exact amount of water in, and you have to let the water absorb into the rice and then fluff it up yourself. I'll put the other piece of chicken in now. In actual fact, I just put any amount of water in and boil it up. Now, at this point, this has been boiling for about 10 minutes. I'm just going to test this rice. It's still a bit crunchy, so I'm just going to boil it for about another minute. It will not absorb all the water. So what I'll do then is drain it in this colander and run cold water over it. And as I said, the way to test it is when you take a little tiny bit and it doesn't feel crunchy. That is nearly there anyway. Okay, let's go back to the chicken. Now it's high, sizzling. We'll turn it down a little bit. And I'm going to say again, sorry Dylan, I pinched your recipe, but it was a little bit like mine anyway. Can you see how it's crisping up nicely? All these pieces of chicken are going to go onto your roasting tin with the greaseproof paper on and into the oven for about 20 minutes. Don't overcook it and keep an eye on it. On about 180 again. And serve it with a mixture of the rice and the peas. I'm going to drain this rice now. See, the water is still in the rice. We go over here and run cold water over this rice quite quickly to stop it cooking anymore. So forget all that palaver of letting it soak up. This is the best way to do it, so that when you touch it, it's separated, it's not stuck together. There. Now
I concur.
You concur, do you? Right. So this is the finished product. The jerk chicken we actually left in the oven for probably at least 30 minutes, just to make sure that it was cooked all the way through. And then this is the rice, which has been mixed in with the gunga peas, which are cooked in the coconut. So I kept the coconut milk in it. So this is a mixture of coconut, gunga peas, and a few bits of spring onion. Well, they're not really proper spring onions, but like spring onions here. And that's seasoned as well. Now this is quite a dry dish, so in Jamaica they tend to have it with what they call a gravy. They call it a gravy. It's not a gravy. All this is some fried onion and tomato with the leftover marinade, a teaspoonful of flour and some water, and then it's pureed. It's literally the marinade with some onions, tomato and water and pureed. Well, not completely, nearly. It's actually quite, it's got quite a curry flavour to it, but it isn't curry. It's just got a spice to it. Now you don't soak it in that. You just put a little bit on the side and dip it in, because it's not a sauce that you would want all over the whole dish. Okay, you can put your camera on me now. Okay, everybody, now I'll be back in 2 days. I can't decide what to cook because a lot of people are asking for vegetarian things. Some people are asking for more pies. I can actually cook anything within reason because availability and expense and things. So if you have any suggestions and things that you would like me to do, please say. Thank you. Bye.